So much confidence in this team, so much belief. It's the same squad that won their first international major event for 8 years. They're looking to do the double, but Bošković and co making it very difficult. 8 serves for Popović in that set. Just the 1 point straight from serve. 2 aces from Vargas, 6 serves from only 20% conversion. So serving to 1 is certainly silencing the effect that Vargas is having on this game. Big service. A big set. Here is one that Türkiye must win to stay alive. Lazovic, who keeps her place in the side after impressing from the bench in the previous set, finds the block early doors. That is solid from Özbay. Strong outside hand. It's just such a funny game. We did mention, didn't we, at the end of set 2, if Karakut, Bošković is staying consistent, if Ebra Karakut and Vargas could keep up at 70-75 efficiency. In the last set, they were 20% and 25%. It's such a difference between set 2 and set 3, where Bošković also just 7 points from 18 swings. Lazovic off the bench with 3 points. Oh, what a dig. Busa somehow turned and kept that one alive. Karakut, though, with a chance to rip. Been scooped as well from Busic the libero. Bošković, it's another big continuation. Original libero back in, Erligai. And there we go, Vargas is back, firing again. Incredible talent. Chansu, Özbay. This time the middle's back in. Gizem Erligay, the libero. Best libero last 2 years in Türkiye, but they have Simge Akoz and Ayça Aykaç also in their ranks. They have 3 phenomenal liberos to choose from. That's why Aykaç is coming on as, I say outfield player, but in a normal shirt. Erligay through the middle again. Güneş and Eda Erdem are having a phenomenal evening in there. They keep getting the ball and they keep doing a wonderful job. Erdem was 100%, 2 kills from 2 in the previous set. They've got to keep getting the ball in to use her, though. If the pass isn't there, they're going to struggle. Ognjenović inside to Bošković. Not quite there, no cover. Türkiye are off to a very good start, and it's a familiar figure there of Giovanni Guidetti, who's looking less than impressed at his team's covering, which is one of the things you can control in this sport. Karakut, another good server. Powerful serve, but Lazovic has been superb off the bench. Big high set to Vargas. Comes in facing cross. Hits the ball off the shoulder to the line. It's a big time play from Vargas. You have to be so high with such a good arm. Just there, opening the elbow up, gives her access to the line. If that elbow does not get back, well then the range is a lot narrower. Ognjenović. Erligay with another outstanding touch. Wide of the mark. You can't score everyone, Melissa Vargas. Big moments again. The toss isn't quite there for Bošković, so she just continues to play through the middle. Gunesh, thumper. Early gaze pass. This is better from Türkiye. They're rising to this challenge now. Maya Ognjenović back in. Busa, front court receiver out of rhythm. Vargas is getting a lot of the ball. Some of Bošković's touches, they'll go after her on the angle thinking that she's weak defensively, and she's not playing weak defensively whatsoever. She's made some outstanding contributions to the Serbian defense. Vargas can't get past Bošković. Happy with the set though, happy with the way that things are working. Vargas has to get after this one again. This time she hits sharper. And she beats Bošković to the right-hand side. This is some swing. Off the net. And hitting maybe 4 meters up the sideline. There you go, says Vargas. That's what we're after. Another moment that could define the set. Karakut communicates with the crowd. Vargas is unleashing. Ognjenović through the pipe. It's not quite in the right slot. They look for the touch and they get it. Vargas is off the service line. That's a small victory for Serbia. Stojanović. Trophy in the background. Will we see 5 tonight like we saw in the semi-final between Türkiye, where they had to come back from a not too dissimilar situation? Italy were in front in the 4th, and then Türkiye found something from somewhere. Vargas started to light up. Very rare that you see Bošković get so frustrated. Took a 2nd place in the Champions League with Ekjakabasi losing to Giovanni Guidetti's Vakifbank. Like the chance who was by Ozbey was playing in that game. Maya Ognjenović. Fast serve, straight onto Karakut, a serve that we've seen previously, but the pass is also there. They do a good job of getting across and closing on Eda Erdem now, and in transition they make another one, Serbia, and we're back all square. These are going to be testing moments for Türkiye here. They can't afford to lose concentration. It's the first time we haven't seen Erdem kill a ball for some time. Karakut gets the ball in. And what we're witnessing is something very similar to the previous set. The reception starts to go. Santarelli asks for some calm. This time a change of serve away from Karakut. I think that's quite smart, trying to not get Karakut into too much passing rhythm. It's a beautiful looking pass from Baladin, isn't it? Low, takes the ball really early, solid with the platform. Popović is not so happy. So many emotions riding in this game. Ognjenović quick to the pin. So quick to the middle, 3 meters. And again, Karakut loves hitting that angle back sharp, so Pusic is just sat round on it. It's smart block defense work from Serbia. The libero defending a little bit higher than usual. And then an error comes in from Vargas, and Serbia are growing into this one again. Pisic's defending 2 or 3 times on that sharp angle has been ridiculously good. Then they take Özbay out of the attack, and all of a sudden the set's not perfect. Vargas can't convert. This time Vargas can certainly convert a fast pass. It takes a great set. The ball's inside again, but she gets her feet inside the ball and stays incredibly high. Cansu Özbay with the serve. Ognjenović. Great touch. Erlgay is there, but the blocking. It's Busa this time, and you already start to feel that could be a long way back. Psychologically here for Türkiye, but we saw it in the semi-final. Vargas will come back firing, I assure you. Calicut with the pass, has to try and hit her way out of trouble. Tries to hit the sharp angle. Oh my word, Ebra Calicut. To be served to the floor here and to get yourself up facing the line and still hit that sharp, there's 3 or 4 rotating parts for that to happen that you have to do incredibly well, and she did every single one of them. And now an ace from Calicut. Türkiye starting to get their way back into this one again. This is wild. A moment ago, their pass had gone. Now Pisic committed to the floor this time before the net band. Collision with the ball. Calicut, 2 points in a row for the Türkiye outside. Pisic again struggling with the pass, but they have Bošković to unleash. And Bošković, this is the secret here, is that in out-of-system situations, Bošković can still convert and turn angles. The block's not in a bad position there. But Bošković is so high and so good at just turning it with a little bit more. Calicut is out. Eye catches in to pass, and one off the antenna. The service pressure is high, and both teams at times are struggling with their play at the moment. Bošković, again the toss isn't quite there for her to really unleash her. It's a continuation play. Vargas is in the game, and Vargas hits high, heavy and deep. It's just the toss here from Bošković that gives the passers a little bit more of a chance with the pass. Has to take a bit of heat off the ball. Olige leaves for the time being. Pisic is getting a lot of the ball now, the libero, having to deal with a lot of the service pressure. Can she handle the heat in the kitchen in these big moments? Vargas can handle the heat. She's starting to push again. The Turkish bench is so emotional. The fans as well, it means so much to them right now. The drums are banging once more as Türkiye take the lead. Pisic again. Has to put the ball in. Almost a head block from Erdem. Busa gets blocked out as well. The cover is good. But Eda Erdem is right back in the mix of things. This lead keeps changing. It's a wild and weird game. So entertaining. And Eda Erdem, the captain of the side, somebody who's been a big player for them through the years, is really shining. Substitution in the middle as Bošković is still on a heater. You have to feel that Bošković gets set so much of the ball, and she just keeps going and going and going.
Coming in, service. The final moment here. As Vargas
goes to serve. Lozo is back in. Chance to just slow things down, one would say. Just for Vargas. Give her a few things to think about behind the service line here, as the enormity of these moments are huge. A couple of aces here. Türkiye are away. Such is the target. She's superb at free ball. Opportunity to build through the rally. A little bit of tangle that Bošković wanted to go for it. Second ball, Morganjević. For the first time, she gets her first kill of the game. Türkiye not expecting it. Late change of direction. Vargas goes to floor, but it's a big point. Guidetti knows it, because Vargas won't be back behind the service line until the end of the set. Oh! An eye for an eye! Very, very good work from setter, that hand up in. Türkiye by 2. That means nothing in this game, though, as it stands. Having witnessed what we witnessed in the previous sets as well. Passes off the net. Serbia's pass has started to fall, and Karakut makes a fantastic defense. Can she convert? Almost. It's a really good out-of-system play. Bošković through the block this time. And you think about Bošković, how many times she's hitting this ball out of rhythm, out of system, and how often she scores. It's quite sensational. The ball certainly isn't on a plate for her every time, although Morganjević does a very good job to try. Vargas, that was on a plate for Vargas. Pipe attack through position 5. Gunes gets a shove, or gives a shove to Santarelli. Serving in system. Morganjević to the outside again. Chases on for Baladin. Karakut, big play. But Busa is there again as she was in the last rally. Get back to 1 and it really is game on again. Lozo, high play off the top of the hands. A very good job. Well, I do a very good job. Off net. Was make their way back into the crowd starts banging, and 100 or 200 fans behind me. Eda Erlim said earlier on in the video, it's very much like Ankara. Don't feel like you're in Ankara right now. Passing to a good area. It's tight. Turkey haven't quite got tight, but they have got the rubber, the green there. Güneş points. Think it's out as well. Somebody or ask for a challenge here. There are fans pacing up and down behind me, so passionate about the performance. 2020 has delivered in every way, shape, form. Fantastic challenge for the touch. Listen to the support behind. Tell you what, it's going to be interesting when Vargas goes back to serve. She's going to be serving 3 rotations time. Bošković still on the front court. Will also get a chance to crack it from the baseline soon as well. Türkiye serving into a perfect zone. Ognjenović off the hands. This is a chance that Türkiye would have been desperate for. Cross body. Vargas out the side this time. A little bit more of a tense swing here from Melissa Vargas. Popović was trying to get across, and it's the wrong side of the line from Melissa Vargas. Scores are tied. Just at the moment, Türkiye need their opposite back in the game. They give it back to her. No, Zira Güneş. Serbia take the lead now. It's a little bit of a momentum shift again. Both teams embrace in the middle of the court important moments of communication, trying to figure out how they can improve towards the end of this very important set. Serbia. Oh my word. It's very, very close. Block touch has been given. Popović thought there was no block touch. Hang on a moment, the fans are going wild here. Ognjenović is saying no. And look at the change here. That's fired Türkiye up, it's fired the fans up. It's Türkiye that have the lead. And the support is on another level here. It's a funny game. No ace. Did the ball hit the floor? The answer is yes. And the momentum shift goes the way of Türkiye. It's a funny game. Popović, Ognjenović was sure that had gone their way the previous point. The challenge was overturned. Some calm being ordered here to Rizam Erligay. Brilliant serve from Karakat. Literally a millimetre over the net, almost impossible to pass. A downward trajectory, dipping all the time with pace. It's a ridiculous time to come up with a serve that shaves the net band. Rebla Karakut again. Bošković. Great dig from Karakut everywhere at the moment, but that one won't come over. So the question now is whether the Türkiye passing unit can maintain their composure. The Bošković flag flying high. Bošković serving next. All crucial moments. We know what Bošković can do behind the service line. The toss hasn't quite been there, it's there this time. Or maybe a bit too far in front. Into the net. Zaragunes. Zeda Erdem comes back in. Erligay leaves for the time being. Gunes just floats one in. Pusic is the target. It's a perfect pass this time. Bošković through the pipe, away from the body. We've seen how good she is coming through the body, left to right, but now we see that she can go away to the left-hand side. Gnjenovic is going to feed her a lot of the ball through these latter stages. Serbia is still a break behind. Is there a touch off the block? Yes. Vargas firing on all cylinders. This is the game we were after. Approaching the end of the fourth, Vargas is finding her way. Bošković has found her way. Who can hold their nerve? Pusic is finding her pass at the best time. That ball's a little bit off the net for the middle, but Türkiye with their chance to make one. Bošković's defense outstanding again. Erligay has been everywhere. Second ball attack has been bumped over. The ball is still alive here. And is there a touch off the block? No is the answer. You feel that Serbia just might have fallen asleep for a moment. And that forced the error in the end. Türkiye alive until the very end here. Erligay with the touch. And just here, trying to turn the ball back. Maya Alexic. And we are looking towards a fifth set. Remarkable. Türkiye were out of that rally. I'm sure there's been times in this set where there's been doubts, but Vargas is back behind the service line now, and I am fairly certain that, like in Ankara 4 years ago, we are going to a fifth. Brilliant serve from Vargas. Bošković out of system. Tomahawk defense from Karakut, who's really upped her game in the last 5 minutes or so. Balladin out the back, hands on the head moment, but I think Santarelli will call for some calm because they still have 2 cracks of the whip to send this to a tie break. This is incredibly tense. Second set point, Türkiye to go to 5. Vargas through the pipe, seals it. We go to a tiebreaker. Just like we did 4 years ago in Ankara. This will be decided in a 5th and final set. It's a wonderful match of volleyball. The level is incredibly high. And that ball was way out of the hitting window for Vargas, but she still snapped it back away from the body. and I have no idea where you're watching this from, but if you can pick a winner, then I take my hat off to you, because I really have no idea which way this one is going to go. Well, there's the confirmation, 25-22. We go to a set to 15 to crown a European champion. Turkey, one big effort to lift this trophy for the very, very first time. Serbia looking to get their hands back on the trophy that they gave back to Italy last year. Well, Vargas and Gunesh have ice on their neck and head now. They're going to need ice in the veins in set 5. 66% on the right side this time for Serbia. They're loading Bošković more as this game goes on. It'll be interesting to see if they still trust setting multiple different players throughout this last set, or whether they get a little bit too reliant on Bošković and maybe a little bit too predictable at the same time. Only 7% to the middle in that last set. You feel like they're going to have to shift the ball back to the left-hand side. It's a lot more balanced, a lot better from Türkiye there in set 4, sorry. As we look towards set 5, it's going to be a belter. This has been a real privilege. We still have one last tie-break set to come our way in CEV EuroVolley. Here we go then, a race to 15 to crown the European champion. Before so we look at the comparison between Tijana Bošković and Melissa Vargas, a very good comparison as well. 31 points to 33. It's Vargas that just has the edge. I'm really interested to know how many of those balls were a little bit out of rhythm, how many of those balls were in the good spot. You feel that Turkey have maybe passed a little bit better at times than Serbia. As we have a look at the stats throughout this, Lazovic, 2 points from 4 attacks. 8 points for Bošković in the previous set. Karakat, 1 point from 7 attacks. So it's gradually declining for her offensively, but she's producing in every other area. And back up to 60% for Vargas, 10 from 17. Bošković was 8 for 18. So they found a way to nullify her over the last couple of sets. Just a little bit or enough. This is a big set. Türkiye through Karakat. They try and hit a very sharp angle and miss out. Maja Ognjenović has the coolness and the calmness here and all the experience to really put Türkiye under the pump, but not with Vargas. You can see how much that one means to her. A big fist clench through the pipe, just moving from 1 to position 6 and cruising through and hitting away. This is just oozing class from both sides all evening. And Erdem to the middle, Popovic. Surely that one is out. Guidetti with a thumb up though, happy that they used the middle, especially so quick. It just wasn't quite there. Well, it was there, wasn't it? It was just a bit unfortunate. Popovic has been here many a time before. She knows how to win these games, and it's not by getting too emotional out there for Serbia. Bošković 1 from 1. We're going to be riding some serious emotion here in the next 15 minutes or so. And Erdem has had a fabulous game so far. Typical leader's performance out there. Vargas is cooking. One through the pipe, one through the opposite. And then Erdem's on the side now, just shouting all day, I think. Last time we saw that exact same play, she went to the line and got shut down from Busa. This time she's brought it back across the body. Serbia's chance, or time to struggle here. Turkey to take a 2-point lead. It would be huge. Zergunish has hardly put a foot wrong all evening. And the first battle so far in this 5th set, it's been won by Turkey. They lead by 2. A good break. Ognjenovic back to Bošković. Huge play. There's no digging that. Erligay has played and dug a lot of the ball, but that was another level from Bošković. Deep, fast, heavy. Popovic now serves Kalakat out of system. Good chase, 3 balls going short to Stevanovic. Oh, that's a bit tight. They want a double touch here. Guidetti's sure they should have had a handling error, but no. And Turkey have another opportunity. I think Guidetti's going to not be happy if they lose this one, Serbia. But my word, Turkey just don't give up. What a rally. This is incredible volleyball. Vargas with the bounce to the line. Guidetti fuming. But that one rally here really sums up this EuroVolley final. Competitive and incredible. Guidetti incredibly unhappy against his former employers, his country of residence. Yellow card for Guidetti now, and the fans are smiling and cheering even louder against their former head coach. This is electric. Ebra Karakat has an incredible serve on her. Good pass from Busa, it's perfect. And it's a very fast tempo, but once again, Şahin is there. It's tight. Vargas is very aggressive. There's a net touch somewhere, and it's against Turkey. Vargas says, no, not me. The Turkey players are asking Danny just to step away from it, the head coach, Santarelli. High catch is coming in here. Keeping a lid on the emotions. Santarelli, as Bošković goes back to serve. Hasn't got a serve going for a couple of sets, but she has now. The toss has been a little bit out from Bošković, but this is perfect. Absolutely fires the arm through the ball, and it's an ace for Serbia. Bošković again fires in. Vargas, tip over the top. This is a chance for Serbia to take the lead. This one just keeps changing direction. Out from Bošković. It's one thing that she's missed a spike, an offensive play, but the other bonus is that she stopped serving for Serbia. Turkey will be delighted to get her off the service line, especially as both teams are struggling a little bit with their pass at the moment. Bošković doesn't make 2 errors in a row. Lozo, who started the game, comes back in. Busa will be serving. 3 in the pass for Turkey. Erligay being one of them. Eye-catch just passes off of the net a little bit again. The ball is tight. This is not ideal for Turkey as Bošković is sensing an opportunity. Not again! And the spirited defense from Turkey is on another planet at times. But from a couple of points down, Guidetti's got a reaction out of his team, and now they are pushing. And Bošković is getting set a lot of the ball. But she is a real game changer in here. Eye-catch now with the perfect pass. And Erdem comes in very straight and just turns it back over the left shoulder. It's a wonderful swing to get that out of the blocker's way. But there's also no defending that one. Bošković is in a steep position, but it's just too powerful. It's going to get onto you too quickly. That's how much it means to the Türkiye captain and for them to win their first European Championship. Big moments. Vargas to serve. Who hasn't put a foot wrong behind the service line. There's one. It's enough pressure to force the error from Tijana Bošković. Change of ends. Türkiye by 1. The lead just keeps swinging both ways here. The bench is going to have to be ready in these key times to be called upon to keep their nerve. Big moments are arriving. Who's going to be there to be a hero? Is it going to be Bošković? Is it going to be Vargas? Not much between the two all evening. Vargas could be the hero behind the service line. It's another ripper of a serve. They keep it up, but Bošković has to hit Serbia's way out of trouble. Vargas makes the dig, a chance to transition. The set's not quite there. High play, hustled through from Ognjenović. The lower of the two players pushes up and then gives a big smile to the bench. Maybe a little bit of relief. And then she takes on some instruction from Guidetti. Stevanovic. This is going all the way, isn't it? Shahin through. Oh, shoulder dig. But Melissa Vargas is lighting this place up again. And if you can hear a drum in this arena, it's because the drummer is about 1 meter away from my headset, making a terrible racket in all the right ways. Shine. So it's Baladin with the serve. Lozo loves going into the cross court. Been really assured through the last half an hour or so. Lozo coming off the bench, very calm, very relaxed. You feel that Serbia, calmer, Türkiye, slightly more emotional out there at the moment, but if they can use those emotions to get them over the line, then they'll have no complaints. 9-9. Ognjenović again, just going for that serve deep. It's good enough to get the blockers across and get more time. As soon as that ball's off the net, get 2 blockers to Karakut. But Karakut finds a way through. Kalac celebrating, and the drum starts beating again. This has been a real treat. Ognjenović finds Popović. The ball's a little bit out of rhythm though. It's going to go to Bošković to position 5, and again, she's just magic. Vargas, Bošković are both bringing their best selves in the big moments, and you can't ask for any more than that from the big players. High off the hands of Karakut. Rozo, straight after Karakut, who finds a perfect pass at the right time. Vargas fires wide of the mark, and there's a challenge coming from Santarelli. Pusic is waving through, saying no way, the libero from Serbia. I have to give credit there to Karakut. Hasn't played a lot in this passing role for Türkiye, but at the same time, under pressure, has just popped the ball right in on the spot. Who leads? We're about to find out. Oh my word. They were looking for a block touch. And they got the block touch they were after. Is that a huge turning point in this game? A great challenge from Santarelli. I think everyone thought that ball was for an in or out. Lazovic back in, steadying the ship again. 11-10. Pusic with a good play. Bošković, no surprise. And Bošković has been roofed. Türkiye are edging towards their first ever European Championship. That's a huge moment. Now the challenge is coming for the net touch from Serbia. I mean, it's been one of those wild rides, isn't it? One team takes the lead. And remember, 4 years ago in Ankara, it was a 5-point lead for Türkiye in the final set that was given away, or Serbia certainly earned it back. This is being mauled over from the officials. Is there a net touch? No net touch. Hang on a moment. I think there's going to be a complaint here from Serbia. I think they saw something on the way down that they're not going to be happy with. The other question you have to ask is whether the ball hit the floor first. Timeout, Guidetti. I'd like to see that one again. Didn't quite get a full view of it. This would be a first EuroVolley for Guidetti. Having medals with Germany, Türkiye. He's never won the gold. 7 medals overall in this competition. This is pretty close. Bošković is going to get set the ball. Vargas is going to get set the ball. We know this. Both players have been on a heater. But can they see it through? Gunesh has been so effective in the middle as well. You wouldn't be surprised if they decide to go back there. That's a Giovanni Guidetti special timeout. They get the service error out the back of it. Stevanovic is in. There's still a breakdown here though, Serbia, but Mina Popović served 6 in a row in set 2. She's had a fabulous evening. She might go after Karakut here, or she might surprise us all by going to the line. She does go after position 6. Karakut gets out the way. They pass on 2. And Vargas stays high and deep to the middle. Bošković is just sitting on the sharper angle. The deeper one is open. Popović is off the court for the time being. Will we see her back on again? If we do, it's because we're in overtime. Another huge moment. Ebla Karakut is next to serve. She's had a great serving game as well. Busa puts it in perfectly. You've got to put it away though as well. She does, a tip over the top. Jansu. Uzbay doesn't see it coming. Doesn't want to take Vargas on, but happy to try and put Uzbay to the floor. Timeout now. Santarelli, Bošković is back to serve. There was a little lingering look there from Santarelli towards Bošković and Serbia to say we've called this timeout because we know what's coming. Heavy artillery from Serbia. Tijana Bošković has started some very big performances. That toss isn't there though from Bošković, so it's a softer serve, gives rhythm to Türkiye, and Vargas delivers. What an addition to this side she's been this season. And off the back of the VNL now, Türkiye have 2 match points to win their first ever European Championship. Safe pair of hands. Gunesh to serve. Side out needed from Serbia. Bošković high off the hands this time. They're going to have their first swing for it. But it's going to be a free ball. Bošković out of the offense. Busa through the hands this time. The ball's racketing everywhere. Vargas blocked out 1. My word, this is tense. Timeout from Santarelli again. What do we see from Serbia here? Do we see them go full send from the service line? Do we see them pop the ball in? Big moments from Busa. This is absolutely sensational stuff. The level, superb. A very enjoyable evening. Well, unfortunately, one team has to lose. Both teams deserve the championship. These are the moments that these players prepare for. Big pressure moments. Service coming in, second championship point for Türkiye. Vargas! Of course, it's Melissa Vargas. And Türkiye have won their first ever European Championship. They are the winners of EuroVolley 2023, and the crowd have now gone wild. Two times they've suffered defeat, and now they have the taste of victory. It's a sensational double off of the back of winning the Volleyball Nations League. And it's heartbreak for Serbia. A second consecutive silver in EuroVolley after losing to Italy in Belgrade 2 years ago. This one will hurt, but both teams gave us a game to really savour and remember. We knew it would be one to remember. I said it at the start, but that was special. And now the celebrations can begin for Türkiye. Well, this is how it finished. Busa had the tough task of serving match point down, and they tried to keep the ball away from Vargas by serving deep 5. Blocker almost got across Stevanovic, but Vargas was quick enough with the arm. And that was the end of Women's EuroVolley 2023. And Vargas has won a second consecutive trophy, starting her career with Türkiye. That's how much it means, as we hear from Eda Erdem. They certainly have made history this evening, Türkiye. And it's been coming for a few years underneath Giovanni Guidetti. But tonight they beat their former coach underneath the guidance of Daniele Santarelli. And a fine performance from both sides. It was a battle to savour and remember. As there's the final score, 15-13. A fitting final for a phenomenal competition. Well, 31 errors overall from Türkiye, but they got the job done with more attacks, more aces as well. The service pressure certainly worked in the end, the all-in mentality. As we have a look, Serbia just leaking the pass a little bit more off in those key moments. Overall, just at 40% in the green zone. But a lot in that 32%, that second zone is also not too bad at all. Türkiye overall, pass better over the evening. 54% in that green zone, but also 29% in that secondary zone as well. You get all options available in that green zone. You might lose your middle in that outer ring. Well, not on those tight ones, but this place is erupting now, as it's Türkiye that take the European Championships for the first time. Heartbreak 4 years ago in Ankara, where they lost 15-13. Tonight they reversed that to get their own back on Serbia and win 15-13 in the fifth. Couldn't have done any more, Guidetti. Vargas came in clutch at the end, oozing confidence. One to remember. Santarelli, who won the World Championship with Serbia last year, has now won a World Championship and a European Championship with two different nations in 2 different years. Well, there you have it. We're getting ready for the presentation now here in Brussels. As we say goodbye for the time being here from EuroVolley, a win of Türkiye, a brilliant performance. They win their first European Championship. Serbia takes second, the Netherlands take third. But an incredible competition, superb level, and we cannot wait for 2 years' time. Well, the celebrations have only just begun here in Brussels. It's been the perfect venue for quite the memorable final here of Women's at EuroVolley 2023. As we prepare ourselves for the presentation. Almost every single Türkiye fan has remained in the Palais Douze for this presentation because it's going to be a special one for them and their country. It will be the first time they have ever lifted the EuroVolley trophy.